Hello and welcome to another session of Conversations with Crystal Marie. I am here to talk about International Women's Day and celebrating women all month. I speak to you, yes, as a keynote speaker and two-time best-selling author and strategy consultant focused on mindful entrepreneurship, but I'm also here speaking to you as an empath, a feminine person, and an introvert. I truly thrive in those three spaces as an empath, as an introvert, and in my feminine energy. Something that's not really spoken about anymore. We talk about feminism, but nobody really knows what feminine is anymore. So I'm here to talk about the other side of being a woman. I can't speak to woman MXN. I'm speaking to woman MANMEN, woman, because that is who I am and that is what I know. That is the experience that I can share from. And I want to invite you, whatever you relate to, if you thrive in your feminine energy, to thrive there. The reason I'm focusing on women for International Women's Day and this month is because I acknowledge that even women in the feminist movement will not honor that what feminism worked so hard for was to allow us to have a choice, not to make sure we were doctors and lawyers and engineers and CEOs and everything else that we did not have permission for before, but to remember that we were also forced to fight for the right to vote, forced to fight for the right to own our own home, to have any property, to not be property. Like, let's not lose sight of what that was for. But we forget that we wanted the option. We should be free to choose what we want to do with these lives of ours. And that includes, if you want to be a stay-at-home mom, not being ashamed of that, not being ashamed of leaving your medical career or your entrepreneurship career or any other lifestyle to settle down and focus on your children. We have lived through this strange time of systems that say, no, you can't take care of your baby. You can't breastfeed your baby. Here's some breast milk. You can't sleep with your baby. You'll crush them. You can't, stay at home with your children. You're a drain on society. You're not contributing anything. Go back to work and feed the economy. We will take care of your children. We know we have daycares, we have nannies, we have schools. And while I grasp that a lot of us are so caught up in this system that we have no choice but to follow those models, no judgment there. In the same way that we are not judging you, we ask that you not judge those of us who have chosen a different path. Live and let live means we all bring something unique to this world if allowed to be ourselves. And just as you want to get to the top of that corporate ladder while you have your baby, or you choose not to have children so that you can get to the top of the corporate ladder, or any of your other choices that weren't taken from you, because feminism exists, I want to say, don't try to take those choices from anybody else, because you will miss the gold that you could get from them in conversation and their existence and what they create in the world and how they raise their children and how they focus their lives, the lens they could bring to the world, just because they're doing it differently. So don't lose sight of that. So today and this month, in honor of women, I'd like to invite us all to acknowledge whether or not we thrive in the feminine or the masculine, to honor that, to check in, to see where your energy really comes from, to see what feels good, and to do a little research on what feminine means. Because then you'll find that dark is not bad, shadow is not bad. Your womb is a dark shadowed place, and that's why your child felt safe in there, right? For those of you who have mothers, the owls and the foxes and the other animals that come out at night or in the evening feel safer doing so at night. Fine, predators find it easier to wake up to get food without having to wake them up. But those who hide, they need the dark, the cover of the dark to do that. And it's not because they're bad. So don't lose sight of things like that. If you do a little research, you'll find out that even Friday the 13th was a good thing, a lucky day that was turned into something negative because men didn't like that women had come up with it. It's all a very interesting journey discovering the feminine. I hope you spend a little bit of time trying to figure that out. Have a good one.